What were some of the biggest cultural differences that you experienced moving here?
I just told a couple of them.
Yeah.
The relationship with the members of the faculty and the relationship with the students, the way people talk. Also, something that was very shocking, difficult. As I just explained the way, you know, you teach, you learn by being humiliated. And when I was learning conducting, I practiced with an orchestra of professional players that hated to perform with students. So they would do crazy things, you know. You are conducting a nervous wreck. I wouldn't sleep because I knew how things were. And people in the orchestra, you know, the orchestra is playing and someone is playing the national anthem in the middle to see if you're able to detect that. Or then playing wrong things on purpose, and then they raise their hand, Maestro, do you really want me to be 2 measures behind everybody else? Or do you really want me to you know, the piece is in E flat major, do you really want me to play in C major? You know, like that. And then my first rehearsal in the US, you know, I started conducting, and then one person in the cellos, one of the students, played the wrong note. I just, you know, I was very defensive. I just turned like this and looked. My professors came to me, you know, he came, stop, come here, and called me in front of the orchestra. It was not on purpose. You cannot do this. I think I had a crazy look, like I was going to kill the, the student. So, and frankly, it was very difficult for me to adapt and change. And because of this different background and all that, I felt that until today the students react to my body language that, you know, becomes part of you. You keep changing gradually, but I wouldn't be surprised if some students feel intimidated. And it's not on purpose, you know.
Okay, so now more about learning the English language. What challenges did you face when you were learning this language?
Well, the way I learned English was when I was in high school. I was 14 or I think I was 14 or 15 years old. My parents sent me as an exchange student to the US. So I lived in Shaker Heights, Ohio. That's just a coincidence that now I am in Ohio. And frankly, I lived in an African American community. And I went to a school called Alexander Hamilton Junior High School, which was an African American. All my colleagues in school, a large number of the faculty were African Americans, and my American parents and brother, they were African Americans. So living in this surrounding where everybody would speak only English, and I went to school, I was going to school. So I became quite proficient for those 3 or 4 months that I stayed here, speaking the whole day and listening to TV and all that the whole day, all the time. When I went back to Brazil, my grammar was not so good, but when I would go to a school, they would talk to me and they would put me in a higher level English because I was more fluent than the others, but it was difficult for me to learn grammar and so on. And I kept traveling. I am from a family where people speak lots of languages. My mother was a teacher of several languages, plus my background, like in the United States, a lot of people are like that too. It's a big mixture, ranging. My mother was born in Bulgaria, but she was actually Italian. One of my grandfathers was Italian. Another was from Russia. Another one was born in Argentina, from Polish parents, raised in China, and it's such a big mess. And I ended up, because of those things, learning so many languages, which ended up helping me learn English. So it took a few years, and then when I came to the US, I had to improve a little bit to take the TOEFL, the test of English as a second language. And then I came here and became better.
So